Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Roman Reigns has seemingly realized that he and Jimmy USO are not the ones anymore. This means it may be time to reform a group that once wanted nothing to do with each other. JUSO lost the Intercontinental Championship last Monday on the Red brand thanks to a timely interference from Jacob Fatu. With Solo Sikoa and his bloodline sabotaging USO's first singles title reign, Mr. Main Event is likely ready to consider joining the OTC. On the upcoming episode of Raw, Sami Zayn is reportedly next as well. Sportskeeda Wrestling's Dr. Chris Featherstone shared the news on X, FKA Twitter, noting that the underdog from the Underground would be featured on the October 28th episode of Raw as the build to Survivor Series. War Games continues. He further mentioned that undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes is also likely to join the fray. Major Sami Zayn #WWE Survivor Series update. Sami Zayn will be involved in the Bloodline storyline again, beginning Monday night on #WWE Raw. He is going to be a part of the Roman Reigns team. The plan is still 5x5, with Cody also joining, he wrote. After serving as the Bloodline's honorary use in 2022, Sami Zayn left the group and entered a program with Roman Reigns in early 2023. The two squared off at Elimination Chamber in Zayn's home country in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. The bitter rivals worked a thriller main event that night, but despite the crowd rallying for the Heroes' win, the OTC prevailed. A rare moment when Roman Reigns broke character to praise Sami Zayn. Speaking to Ariel Helwani, Roman Reigns addressed his respect for Sami Zayn because of the latter's innate ability to attract the WWE Universe, despite his obvious difficulties surrounding being typecast as the guy next door. In the interview, which was recorded in 2021, Reigns reflected on his relationship with the Bloodline's former honorary use, revealing that in real life, they have a laugh together every now and again. The OTC also added that WWE using him on television more frequently would be the right way to go. Without smacking the S***T out of him, but Sami Zayn is one of those guys that where you can't, he's like your neighbor, he doesn't scream WWE superstar. But there's something he has, like an intangible that you can't stop looking, it just needs a little more. If you can get Sami Zayn on TV more, that's a good thing, he said. Cut to 2023, Sami Zayn broke free from the Bloodline and headlined WrestleMania 39, winning the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship with Kevin Owens from the Usos. He is now a made man in the Stamford-based promotion. As the landscape of WWE continues to shift, recent reports have sent shockwaves through the wrestling world. A major rival of Roman Reigns is rumored to be joining the Bloodline saga on WWE Raw. For years, the Bloodline has dominated WWE, spearheaded by the tribal chief himself, Roman Reigns. But with turmoil bubbling within the faction, the arrival of a former foe could signify a dramatic new chapter in the story, and an even more ominous threat to Reigns' reign. The unexpected alliance since Roman Reigns first declared himself the head of the table, the Bloodline has grown from strength to strength, fueled by the loyalty and dedication of his cousins, the Usos, and the cunning guidance of Paul Heyman. But with Jimmy and JUSO departing from the fold and Solo Sikoa's recent hint at dissatisfaction, Roman Reigns is slowly finding himself more isolated than ever. In the midst of this turmoil, WWE sources have leaked reports suggesting that one of Reigns' most intense rivals could be brought into the Bloodline story on Raw. Fans are buzzing with speculation about who this could be, with names like Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, and Drew McIntyre at the forefront of the discussion. Each of these men has crossed paths with Reigns in unforgettable ways, and each brings their own grudge against the tribal chief. But how would such a figure fit within the Bloodline saga, and how would Roman react? Seth Rollins, the Architect's return. If Seth Rollins joins the saga, it would represent a full-circle moment for Roman. The former Shield brothers have been through countless battles together and against each other, and though they've since gone their separate ways, the history remains. Known for his mind games, Rollins could exploit the fractures within the bloodline and potentially position himself as a pseudo-leader in an attempt to undermine Reigns from within. A Rollins and Reigns storyline within the bloodline could give fans glimpses of the old Shield Brotherhood, but with a volatile twist. Rollins could easily begin planting seeds of distrust between Solo Sikoa and Reigns, casting doubt on Reigns' leadership while challenging him to prove his claim to the throne. The dynamic would be electric. Reigns would have to wrestle with his past as a follower within the Shield, even as Rollins makes a play for dominance over the bloodline. Cody Rhodes, the return of the American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes has already had his share of monumental encounters with Roman Reigns, especially after returning to WWE with his iconic WrestleMania main event match. A rivalry that stems from Reigns' dismissal of the Rhodes family legacy, Cody's possible entry into the Bloodline saga could be a personal vendetta. Yet, this would be a different approach. Cody could infiltrate the Bloodline in an attempt to dismantle it from within. With Cody's charisma and natural ability to connect with WWE's audience, he could appeal to Solo and even any other potential new members to question Roman's true intentions. Imagine Cody's strategic moves to not only divide the bloodline but also reform it in his image, a bloodline that respects legacy rather than fears it. This could lead to a power struggle, with Cody becoming a dark horse vying for influence, setting up a WrestleMania showdown that redefines WWE history. Drew McIntyre, the Scottish Psychopath's revenge. If there's one man with unfinished business, it's Drew McIntyre. After losing multiple high-stakes battles to Reigns, McIntyre's animosity runs deep, and his recent heel turn on WWE Raw suggests he's willing to go to extreme lengths to exact his revenge. Reports suggest that Drew might enter the Bloodline saga as an ally of Roman Reigns, but with a sinister twist, an alliance born out of necessity rather than loyalty. McIntyre's strength and ruthlessness would make him a formidable addition to the Bloodline, but with his own intentions simmering just below the surface. His plan could be to gain Roman's trust and get close enough to tear the Bloodline apart from the inside. The WWE Universe can only imagine what might happen if McIntyre, who has no loyalty to anyone, decided the best way to defeat Reigns was to first work alongside him. Fans would be left wondering, would Drew ultimately strike the final blow, or would Roman somehow stay one step ahead? Paul Heyman's master plan throughout Roman Reigns' reign, one man has consistently been by his side, Paul Heyman. Known for his strategic prowess, Heyman's role in this potential new alliance could prove pivotal. He has a way of manipulating people, and whether it's Rollins, Rhodes, or McIntyre, he might be the one pulling the strings. Heyman has worked with all three men in different capacities, and it's not hard to imagine him orchestrating a scheme to ensure the Bloodline's survival, even if that means betraying Reigns. If Heyman were to side with Rollins, Rhodes, or McIntyre, he could set up a psychological chess match, making sure Reigns faces his deepest insecurities about loyalty and leadership. With Heyman's subtle machinations, the newest Bloodline member could create chaos and dissent within the faction, possibly setting the stage for the ultimate betrayal. A moment where Heyman finally reveals his allegiance to a former rival would send shockwaves through WWE, and Reigns would be forced to reckon with the legacy he's built. A new era for the Bloodline. Whoever enters the Bloodline saga on Raw, one thing is certain, this alliance will forever alter the faction's trajectory. The Bloodline has already endured immense turmoil with the departure of the Usos, and a new, major rival only adds fuel to an already volatile fire. This new development could lead to a seismic shift in the WWE hierarchy. Fans could witness the Bloodline collapse completely under the weight of betrayal and personal vendettas, or they could see an unexpected rebirth where Roman Reigns redefines what it means to be the head of the table. Reigns would need to reassess his priorities. Should he maintain his iron grip on his family, or would he have to relinquish some control to avoid a complete mutiny? The road ahead, as the reports circulate and the WWE Universe speculates, one thing is clear. Raw is about to become the stage for one of the most anticipated storylines in WWE history. With a major rival potentially joining the Bloodline, the saga will reach new levels of intensity, blurring the lines between ally and adversary. Fans are eagerly waiting to see who will step up to alter the fate of the Bloodline. If it's Rollins, Rhodes, or McIntyre, their involvement would mark a significant turning point in the Tribal Chief's journey. The WWE Universe knows that Reigns has never backed down from a fight, but as he faces this potential betrayal, he will be forced to look within himself and confront his own vulnerabilities. Raw's newest chapter for the Bloodline saga promises to be a masterpiece of storytelling, intrigue, and high-stakes drama. And as Roman Reigns prepares to face a rival who once sought his throne, the WWE Universe is left on the edge of their seats, ready to witness the next era of the Bloodline unfold.